Understanding of reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and the object of a sentence are the same person or thing. They reflect the action back to the subject. That's why they're called reflexive. Each personal pronoun I, you, he, she, it, we, they has its own reflexive form: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Imagine looking into a mirror. The person looking and the person being seen are the same. That's exactly how reflexive pronouns work. For example, I taught myself to play the piano. She looked at herself in the mirror. They blamed themselves for the mistake. These pronouns ensure that the reader or listener knows that the subject is doing something to itself, not to someone or something else. Reflexive pronouns play a crucial role in creating clarity in sentences. Without them, meanings can become ambiguous or even misleading. For example, the sentence, "He introduced to the guests," sounds incomplete and confusing, but add a reflexive pronoun, "He introduced himself to the guests," and it instantly makes sense. Moreover, reflexive pronouns add nuance and detail to sentences. They can show emphasis, demonstrate responsibility, or simply make a statement clearer. Used correctly, they enhance both written and spoken English significantly. Misusing them, however, can lead to awkward or incorrect expressions, which is why learning their proper use is essential. List of reflexive pronouns. Singular reflexive pronouns. Singular reflexive pronouns are used when the subject of the sentence is one person or thing. Here's a quick breakdown. Subject pronoun I, reflexive pronoun myself, subject pronoun you, reflexive pronoun yourself, subject pronoun he, reflexive pronoun himself, subject pronoun she, reflexive pronoun herself, subject pronoun it, reflexive pronoun itself. Each of these is used when the action is directed back at the same individual. I cut myself while shaving. You should treat yourself to something nice. He talks to himself when he's nervous. The cat cleaned itself after the meal. These examples illustrate how singular reflexive pronouns function in different contexts and verb tenses. Plural reflexive pronouns. Now let's move to the plural forms. These are used when the subject involves more than one person or thing. Subject pronoun we, reflexive pronoun ourselves, subject pronoun you, reflexive pronoun yourselves, subject pronoun they, reflexive pronoun themselves. Here are some practical examples. We prepared ourselves for the competition. You all should be proud of yourselves. They blamed themselves for the accident. Using the correct form of the reflexive pronoun keeps your sentence grammatically accurate and semantically clear. When to use reflexive pronouns. Subject and object are the same. This is the most fundamental use of reflexive pronouns. When the subject and the object of a sentence refer to the same person or thing, a reflexive pronoun is used. For instance, he washed himself after the workout. I reminded myself to buy groceries. They introduced themselves at the meeting. This structure helps to avoid repetition and keeps sentences fluid and concise. Without reflexive pronouns, you'd have to repeat the subject, he washed he, which is grammatically incorrect and awkward. For emphasis. Reflexive pronouns can also be used for emphasis to stress that the subject did something personally, often without help. Examples include, she baked the cake herself, implies she didn't get help. I'll handle the situation myself. We cleaned the house ourselves. This usage is not essential to the grammatical structure of the sentence, but adds a deeper layer of meaning. It emphasizes independence, effort, or exclusivity. With prepositions and verbs. Certain verbs and prepositions are naturally paired with reflexive pronouns in English. These include behave yourself, help yourself to something, enjoy yourself, take care of yourself. Examples: please, help yourself to the snacks. You should take care of yourself when traveling. They enjoyed themselves at the party. These are often idiomatic expressions, where the reflexive pronoun is not just a grammatical requirement, but part of the standard phrase. Examples of reflexive pronouns in sentences. Simple present tense examples. Using reflexive pronouns in the simple present tense is a common way to describe daily habits, or actions people do to or for themselves. These examples help illustrate how reflexive pronouns are integrated naturally into everyday English. I wake myself up at 6 a.m. every day. Here, myself shows that the subject, I, is also the one who performs the action of waking. She dresses herself before school. This indicates independence. She does it without help. We motivate ourselves to keep exercising. The pronoun, ourselves, emphasizes that the action is self-driven. These kinds of sentences are especially useful for describing routines or reinforcing personal responsibility. They're clear, concise, and highly relatable. If you're a student or language learner, practicing these can improve your fluency quickly. Past tense usage. In the past tense, reflexive pronouns highlight actions already completed, often with a focus on self-initiative or impact. He introduced himself to everyone at the party. This reflects both confidence and courtesy. I reminded myself about the meeting yesterday. A sentence like this shows self-awareness or preparation. They blamed themselves for the error. This carries emotional weight, emphasizing accountability. Using reflexive pronouns in the past tense allows speakers and writers to give personal perspective to past events. It makes the subject more involved and emotionally present in the action. Continuous tense examples. Reflexive pronouns also work well with the present or past continuous tenses to emphasize ongoing actions being done independently or repeatedly. She is teaching herself to play the violin. This showcases a continuing personal effort and determination. I was talking to myself during the walk. Here, the action is ongoing, and a bit humorous or introspective. They are preparing themselves for the exam. This shows a group effort, highlighting focus and readiness. These constructions make conversations richer by layering them with more meaning, particularly useful when expressing ongoing personal experiences or activities. Reflexive pronouns in real-life dialogues. Casual conversation examples. Let's bring these pronouns into casual spoken English. Imagine two friends chatting. Person 1, are you okay? Person 2, yeah, I just need to give myself a break. It's been a crazy week. In this quick exchange, myself is used to emphasize personal need. It's emotional, real, and natural in tone. Another example, person 1, who helped you with the project. Person 2, honestly, I did it all myself. Here, myself adds emphasis, showing pride or independence. One more, person 1, you should treat yourself to something nice this weekend. Person 2, you're right, maybe I'll go to the spa. In this case, yourself is used to suggest self-care. These types of conversations occur daily and reflect how seamlessly reflexive pronouns are used. Formal conversation examples. Now, consider a formal setting like a business meeting. Manager, I appreciate the effort you all put into the report. You've really outdone yourselves. Here, yourselves is used to compliment a team for collective hard work. Or this, employee, I've taken the initiative to schedule the meeting myself to make sure we stay on track. In this context, myself underscores responsibility and initiative. Formal usage of reflexive pronouns can emphasize professionalism, diligence, or leadership, especially when speaking about personal contribution or accountability. Educational and classroom examples. In classroom settings, reflexive pronouns are frequently used to encourage students and promote learning autonomy. Teacher, you should ask yourself what you've learned from this lesson. This promotes critical thinking and reflection. Student, I challenged myself to finish the project before the deadline. Here, myself indicates ambition and effort. Teacher, let's test ourselves with a quiz. This makes learning more engaging and inclusive. Using reflexive pronouns in education encourages responsibility and helps students personalize their learning experience. Reflexive pronouns are more than just grammar items. They're dynamic tools that enrich English communication, both written and spoken, from expressing personal actions and emotions to creating emphasis and clarity. Reflexive pronouns are embedded in everyday usage, storytelling, education, and idioms. By understanding how and when to use them, you empower yourself to speak more naturally, write more expressively, and connect more meaningfully with others.